Welcome, this is an instructional video for Pokemon Go users. Niantic's Labs didn't provide much information on how to play the game, so I wanted to clear it up. Obviously, this is a Japanese port of the game. I've been playing about a week. It was recorded on a train. So this is the main screen. It uses the same canvas as Ingress, with the portals being Pokestops. So Ingress uses real world locations to create portals. These portals you can farm items. So now a Voltorb appears, so you just tap on the Pokemon to enter the encounter screen. I already have a few Pokeballs. New players will have to farm them first. Farming again comes from portals. Um, so additionally, this is the standard view for the encounter. There's also a AR mode, but battery usage on each mode varies. So in AR mode, it actually overlays the Pokemon on top of the real world environment that you are. So it uses the camera. So I'm just flicking some Pokeballs at it, trying to catch this Voltorb. Um, so yeah, as you can see, even the drop of the Pokeball is in sync with the environment around it, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Now, I've already caught a Voltorb before, so it won't say that I won't get a bonus for catching a new Pokemon. But here is the entry that you see once you catch a Pokemon. You can then visit this Pokemon since it's in your inventory. You can see Poke Shards. I'll get on to all of that a bit later. But anyway, I want to get back on track. Um, this is the real world. So these streets here that you see are real world locations. So there's something called biomes, which means that in different environments you will experience different sort of Pokemon encounters. So water environments, water type, and the desert, maybe you find a Sandshrew. Anyway, now this here is a Pokestop. So this is what I was talking about before, where you can farm items. So I just gave it a spun and out popped a few Pokeballs. So you need to do that to get any items whatsoever. There's a fair few items in this game in the field test. So you've got your Pokeballs, Great Balls, and Ultra Balls, but then you've also got potions, Super Potions, and Hyper Potions. On top of that, you've got Raspberries, and lastly, Max Revives. Now, I'm just opening up my Pokemon inventory here. You can see that I've got a fair few Pokemon already. So you'll note that it says CP and then it gives you a numerical value. Now that numerical value is what we call combat points. So it's how much damage we do while in combat. Yes, that is correct. I said combat. I actually have a Pokemon battle for you guys to see a bit further on in the video. But anyway, I just want to go through how the Pokédex works. So the default sorting is by CP. Now, I have a bit of a glitch here. It scrolled down too far. Anyway, we can sort by HP. Um, Here's a Poliwag. Now, I've got one of these. It shows you he's got a CP of 49. He's only got one evolution shard. So evolution shards will evolve your Pokemon. So how you get evolution shards is by capturing a unique Pokemon. Once you get the right amount, you will then be able to evolve one of your Pokemon. Anyway, what's happening on the screen right now is I found a gym that was captured by a member of the opposing team. So I need to put together a team of 6 Pokemon to face off against the opponent's gym. Now this is a level 2 gym, which means I will not need as much of an effort to reduce its points to 0. Once you've got 0 points on a gym, you then are able to capture it with your own Pokemon. So at the moment, the battles are probably the most broken part of the game. See, I just tried to dodge one of the attacks by the Gloom, and it didn't work. I still got hit. So just to do a normal attack, you just tap on it like I was doing before. And to do a special attack, we hold down. Anyway, so I've reduced the point score of this gym to 250 out of 500, which means it is close to becoming neutral. So we want to have a neutral gym so then we can add our Pokemon to it and then take it for our team. So I'm going to go into my inventory. I need to heal up this Ponyta. It took a fair bit of damage during that encounter. So let's have another look at that Ponyta. You'll notice that the health of the Pokemon when it's healed does not scale linearly. Okay, it's by 25% increments. So a potion will heal only 25%, a super potion will heal 50, and a hyper potion will heal 75. Now, there is no other way in the game to actually heal your Pokemon other than use potions. Now, we just saw one of my eggs. Now, eggs work in a bit of a funny way. We'll have a look at it later. But this is my highest CP Pokemon. It's a Mr. Mime. He's got a CP of 374, which is actually quite high. Um, I could actually leave him at a gym to defend a gym, and it will mean that it will be harder for an opponent to capture that gym. Now let's go back to my egg. Now this egg here, I'm not too sure what's in it, but you actually need to walk physical steps to hatch eggs. So I need to walk 1 kilometer to hatch this egg. Now I'm on the train in this video, so you'd expect it to just be like, oh, it's only 1 kilometer, but actually no, it will requires physical steps and it uses the tracking methods on your phone to know if you're cheating or not. A bit like how it works in Ingress. Anyway, this is the Pokédex on the screen at the moment. You can see we've got all the 150 Pokemon in the game. So it's only the original Pokemon, which is a bit of a difference for you younger kids, but for us, this is all that we had back in the day. I would like to take this opportunity to point out that we can actually see the 3 legendary bird Pokemon. Now, we can only see up to number 147 at the moment because the highest Pokemon I have is a Dratini, number 147. So as you catch more Pokemon with higher numbers, it will increase the cap that you have in your Pokédex, much like in the games. Now, I want to go into evolutions. So, as I explained before, we need to have evolution shards to evolve our Pokemon. Now, I have enough evolution shards to evolve a Rattata. I know it's a Rattata, but they're so common that that's all I had. So I chose the one with the highest CP to evolve. So we saw that he had a CP value of 80 before the evolution. So I'm now evolving him, and out pops a Raticate. Now, this Raticate will have a CP that's scaled with the CP of the Rattata that I evolved it from, which means it'll be in the higher bounds. Anyway, um, back onto the map. So I'm approaching a neutral gym at the moment. This neutral gym does not have an owner, so I will put a Pokemon there. So I'll put, yep, that Raticate that we just evolved. See, it now swaps to yellow team. So I can now either train my Pokemon or leave my Pokemon there to defend it. So I want to train my Pokemon and increase the gym level. Now, gym level is something that um, that will decide whether or not you can take over a gym. So when the gym level reaches 0, it becomes neutral and it can then be captured. So I was training my own Pokemon, so my gym level will actually increase because it's my Pokemon that's currently at the gym. So it's at this point of the video that I would like to clear up a few misconceptions there are about Pokemon Go. Um, so traditionally in Pokemon, you have your team of six and you level up your Pokemon. Now, Pokemon Go works in a bit of a different way. We have CP points, which don't actually equate to levels like they do in the traditional game. So the combat points just mean how much damage your Pokemon will do in battle. Um, this value is set, okay? It cannot be increased in any way, like your level can be in the traditional games. Um, but instead, your trainer level increases. And when you train your Pokemon, it's not your Pokemon that's leveling up. It is the gym that the Pokemon is at. Um, so at the end, when someone pops off your Pokemon and beats you, that Pokemon will still be the same CP, and you will lose the gym. Okay? Now, I've pretty much covered every aspect that is currently in the game in terms of the game mechanics. At this moment, I believe it is still quite lacking in terms of uh, different sorts of gameplay, but I mean, it still is a field test. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. Um, Niantic has done a very good job so far, and I think that from the feedback that is provided by this field test, we will see a very good game upon release. Anyway, I'd just like to say thank you for watching. Please do not share this video. It is of my account and it's for the Pokemon Go community only. Thank you.